Hi everyone, it's Dash of Dave here. Let's just check this is recording because I've just been talking to myself for the last 5 minutes, thinking it was recording and it wasn't. This is Folder Folio Part 8A. So in my last video, Part 8, I finished this, which was the live Facebook Live that I did. I finished this, so I made this, I've added this, put some tucks in it, finished this bit off, and added some extra stuff onto this. Okay, it's all very descriptive. If if you're only listening to this, you'll just have heard a whole load of I did this, and this, and not very descriptive. So anyway, what I'm trying to do now is just finish off bits that I'm not happy with. So bits where I've not finished decorating them, bits where things were looking too new. So for instance, this was looking too new because this hadn't been coffee dyed, this envelope. I kind of done it on the desk rather than coffee dyed. So I just kind of knocking back the bits that I wasn't happy with. So that's what I'm doing today. So literally we're just going to have a chat. I'm going to craft. I'm not going to show you how to do anything really. I'm just going to do my thing while you do your thing, and we'll have a bit of a chat and a bit of a catch up, and we can put the world to rights, etc. But yeah, so in the UK we went into full lockdown on Thursday. So back into full lockdown on Thursday. So apparently it's only for a month until the 2nd of December. I can't believe it's November, to be fair. So yes, 2nd of December is when we supposedly coming out of it. I mean, it'll depend on whether it's happened or it's gone away or not. Well, it won't go away. And there's an element of you've got to learn to live with it, isn't there? But also, what you're trying not to do is overwhelm the medical system, and that's basically what we're all trying to do, is not overwhelm it. I realise that there are some people who believe that their rights are greater than mine, and that they deserve to be able to do X, Y, and Z. Well, I tell you now, if that's you, then that's great. I'm glad you're asserting yourself. However, if you believe your rights, and I'm not saying you guys because I know you don't feel like this, but there are some people out there who seem to think that their rights are greater than mine, and then say that they believe in equality. That's not equality. Equality is equal access for all. So, do for the things instead of thinking about what can you get out of it yourself, do things for other people. What can you do for somebody else? So anyway, there were some other things that I wanted to put. So, Christina sent me the this roll of it's border paper, wallpaper, and on it was this wrapped around it. So, there was this. So Laura Ashley, it's come from. Well, it was a Laura Ashley chain in the UK. I don't know whether it's the same chain, but I really liked this, so I might put this on there. And I know that's weird because she didn't send it me for the sticky label, but I love it. It kind of all fits in nicely. Let's just see how I would have it if I'm going to have it on there. I'm going to put that on there. I really like that, and I don't need to age it. It looks aged, so it's got no sticky left on it. So I'll put some sticky on it. So yes, we've gone into full lockdown. It's not as full as it was last time, so we're allowed to go out more often now. You were only allowed to go out. Last time it was only once a day for exercise. It's now as many times a day for as long as you need to now. They have said that if you can work from home, do. So I will be working from home. I've taken the next 3 Fridays off as annual leave, because otherwise I'm never going to get a chance to use them up. And I will be working from home for 3 days and doing 1 day wherever I'm needed in the offices, etc. So, because I manage multiple sites. So, Yeah, so it's a bit freer than it was. All non-essential all non-essential shops have been closed, though. So like things that you don't need to buy. So you don't need to go out and buy a telly, a TV, by the way. A telly is a TV. I think I quite like that, and I quite like the fact that it's ripped on that bit. I might put that on there. I'm just going to tear that off. I'm sorry, I can't really talk and do this at the same time, so you kind of just have to like do something yourself while I'm doing this, okay? So yeah, the lockdown is a bit easier for people. Also, if you were shielding because you were like over the age of 70, I think it was, or you had a pre-existing health condition, they basically said that you had to stay in and not go out, not see anybody, etc. This time round, they've learnt from that. They've learnt the impact on mental health of that. So they're saying now that you can meet up with one other person outside. Although I can't imagine my mum wanting to meet anybody outside in the height of winter. It's like she can't go out as it is because you can't. There's no heating outside. My mum likes tropical heat. I think I've talked about this before. Like literally, my mum could create nuclear fusion in her house. The heat that she generates. In fact, if there's a hole in the ozone layer, it's probably above her house. I'm sorry. When I go and see her, Scorchio, it's so overpoweringly warm, and then she'll say, "Oh, I'm perished. Turn the heating up." Oh, blimey! If you turn the heating up, I'll like literally be like a blob on the floor from melting. So, yeah. Anyway, I digress as always. No change, really. I might go down. Should I go down a bit further down on that one? Yeah, I will. So yes, I know that like shielding people have a bit more freedom this time. So yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? I know we've got to learn to live with the virus, but we're trying not to overwhelm our medical systems as well, and and I know that like some people are a bit like cold and hard about it and say, well, if those people were going to die anyway, well, yeah, I know, but we're all going to die at some point. But you just don't want to do it before you're due to die, do you? So yeah, I like that. That kind of mirrors what I've got on there. Yeah, okay. So I'll knock it back and age it now. So we're in lockdown. Freedoms, yeah, I know it kind of takes away a bit of your freedom, but we're doing it for the greater good, aren't we? So it's a bit Star Trekky, isn't it? So doing it for the greater good. I'm sure that it was said in Star Trek. So. Anyway, Thursday I worked in the office. That was the first day of lockdown, but I worked in the office on that day, kind of preparing for, getting myself together and getting stuff that I needed to get done sorted so I could take it home with me. And then Friday I worked from home. Starting to feel a little bit lonely again. I know it's so early on in the lockdown, but I think it's because the prospect of it. And I don't see many people, as you all know, I'm autistic, and I rarely see people anyway. I've just realised I've just wiped that across my face. That's interesting. Oh yes, I've got a brown line on my face. So I don't see many people anyway. So people then say, well, how does lockdown affect you then? Well, it doesn't directly, it kind of indirectly, because I kind of, I can't. There's a difference between not being able to and being told that you can't. So, and I'm a rules follower, and some of the rules are a bit like they they apply in some cases, but don't apply in other cases, and it's too complicated for me. It overwhelms me a bit. So anyway, so I'm going to be working from home. I'm going into the office tomorrow. The sun will come out tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. There you go. The sun might not come out tomorrow now, a song like that. The fog will roll in a bit thicker than it now. I like that. I do. I really like that. I'm right chuffed with that. Use this to gluey on. You ever done that and like thought, is that dirty or is it my fingers that are dirty? It's my fingers that are dirty. Same with, I don't know whether it's me, but like when I've been washing up and then like I'm getting things out the tumble dryer and I think I don't know whether that's dry or I can't tell with when my hands are wet. Can other people do that? Can you tell whether something's wet when your hands are wet? I don't know whether it's just me. Anyway, the things that keep me awake at night. Part 1. It doesn't keep me awake at night. I will just point that out. So what was I saying? Yeah, so we're in lockdown, and I realise it takes away people's liberties and that sort of thing. But we're doing it for the greater good, aren't we? So yeah. So this, I don't know whether I've told you, because like I did start. Thought I was recording and it wasn't recording. There's a googly eye there. Don't start with the googly eyes, Dave. Don't start with the googly eyes. So the 5th of November is Bonfire Night in the UK. So Bonfire Night is where we kind of celebrate Guy Fawkes and his attempt to blow up. I don't know why we celebrate his attempt to blow up Parliament, but we do. I kind of think it's about freedoms and that sort of thing. So we celebrate it on the 5th of November. So there's a way to remember it. It's remember the 5th of November. Okay. So, and it goes on, and I don't know the rest of the rhyme. I probably do if I sat and thought about it, but I don't off the top of my head. So I was kind of thinking, so on next week's Folder Folio, it will be part 9, and then I think we'll probably have 2 more after that, so 10 and 11. 11's my lucky number. So the reason why I was thinking next week is because remember the 15th of November, and then that churned into, because we're going to be doing ephemera, it was ephemera the 15th of November. So there you go, ephemera the 15th of November, and that's when we're going to be doing like the inserty bits for this. So until then, I'm just going to continue decorating. That was a convoluted way to explain something, wasn't it, Dave? Absolutely. So I don't know, what do I want? Do I want to kind of go a bit rash and go like that, or do I want to go for a bit that's kind of more in keeping with the colour? I don't know. I've got another one to do, haven't I? Yeah, I might go for that. It's kind of got those kind of pinky elements anyway, so right, just tear this. So this is basically tracing paper, images printed onto tracing paper and then run through my Xyron. So it's pre-sticked. So I think I'm going to I'll tear it out. So let's tear it down first. Let's take the coating off it first. So yeah, it's because it's bonfire night. It's been bonfire night, and because we haven't been able to, because we're in lockdown. So the 5th of November was the Thursday, which was the first day of lockdown. Because we would normally have, bonfire celebrations to go to and the big groups of people. They've stopped all of that because of social distancing and being in lockdown and all of that. So there's been a lot more local people doing fireworks and that sort of thing, and so the sale of fireworks must have shot through the roof. Well, from supermarkets anyway. So there's been loads of events going on. Well, not events, like little garden parties of, just their families having fireworks at home. It's meant that the fog is so thick. So the last few days, the fog, honestly, since Thursday night, it's been thick pea super type fog. And it's a bit eerie because I take the dog for a walk in the cemetery, and obviously it that's just adds to that eerie feeling of going for a walk at dusk and the fog's there, and to be fair, anything could be hiding in the fog because even if you shine a torch on it, it just reflects back at you. So yeah, it's been a bit weird. So but yeah, that's well, I mean, it gets foggy at bonfire night anyway, a little bit, because it's all of that extra smoke in the air. Anything moisture collects around the smoke, and then it becomes like droplets, which turns into fog. As far as I'm aware, I'm not a meteorologist. There's a meteorologist, isn't it, that does weather? Yeah. So it's like I say, it's just been a bit weird. It's a bit eerie. And so many more bangs and pops and crackles and things because of people having local. Normally you would have an event in one location and everybody would go to that, and because that's not happening, because we're not allowed to have mass gatherings, people have been doing it themselves. So that means that instead of the distant clap and the crackle and the pop that you would hear and the light up in the sky, they're all happening much more locally. Nothing very spectacular, because the kind of stuff that you get at a show is hundreds of thousands of pounds or millions of pounds sometimes, and the stuff that people do in the supermarket are it's cost them 30 quid for a box of fireworks that go puh. Wee. So, it's not very not very dramatic, really. So anyway, enough about fireworks. I mean, I don't mind them. I really don't mind them. I don't like the fact that they go on for so long. Weeks leading up to bonfire night, and then weeks afterwards, and kids throwing them. They're so dangerous. And also animals really don't like them. Stick to a few days. Don't be so bloody selfish. Excuse my language. And let animals be. So I don't know where I want that now. Do I want it like that, or have it a little bit off the page? I think like that is kind of I'm happy for that. So when I printed this, it didn't print very well, but I kind of like that. That looks a bit old to me. So of course it's not going to stay this colour. No, it's not. So do I want to go for a tea dye rather than... Yeah, let's go for the tea dye. So yeah, just the local pops and crashes, and and Worcester doesn't mind it. It's not like he hates it. What he doesn't like is he doesn't like the lights in the sky. So he doesn't like the sound. Doesn't bother him, but the lights in the sky really do. He tries to chase them, which is difficult, because then you end up I end up having a really painful shoulder at this time of year, because he's kind of tried to dislocate it on a few occasions. So, well, today when I took him out, he wasn't worried about the people that set fireworks off during the day. I don't know what that's about. The whole point of it is the display that it gives, and you don't see that during the day. Anyway, it wasn't fireworks today. For some reason, I took him walk around the cemetery, and he couldn't stop salivating. He looked like he was possessed, to be fair. But oh blimey, he was just dribbling so much. So I don't know what he could smell or what, I hate to think, because, like, let's face it, he's eaten fox poo before, so, like, it doesn't bear thinking about what he's been salivating over. I want it like that. I think I want it in the middle like that. So because this is done on a Xyron, I can peel the back of it off. If I can find it, obviously. If I can find split in it. I'll split the two bits apart. So yeah, I have no idea what he was salivating about. He got very excited, so it doesn't what I'm thinking about. Auntie Christina sent him some dog treats, and which he ate. Well, he hasn't eaten them all, but which he really liked. Oh, I haven't tried the Vegemite, Christina, by the way. I was going to try it, but I didn't get round to trying it. I think I might try it tonight, because I don't know what I'm going to have to eat tonight. I haven't even thought that far ahead. I had my breakfast this morning, so and I haven't had anything since, other than that bar of chocolate. So I haven't. By the way, I've been eating this today, and I haven't eaten all of it. I have eaten some of it, but like, I know it's like got a bit left, but I had eaten some of that last weekend. So I'm not, I'm not one of those people that if I've got chocolate in the house, I have to eat it. I can quite happily, look at it and not worry about it really, and it doesn't worry me if I don't have it. But I do like chocolate, don't get me wrong. Right, okay, so peeled that all off. Okay, and I'm going to stick that on. I think I'm going to put it there. Do I want it there? Yeah, I like that. So like I say, it's literally just tracing paper, printed on tracing paper, and then stuck down with the Xyron, so the sticky on the back is from the Xyron. So I'll do that, and then I'll just I'll trip those off. Now I'll trim those off. So there's just these edges. So yeah, it was bizarre in the cemetery today, and the thick fog and the dog dribbling didn't bode well for, like, not being creepy. I took him for a much longer walk today. The cemetery is a nice big cemetery, and it's got some really old bits. We went for a long walk all around the old bits as well, and a really foggy day, but lovely. And the church that in the cemetery is beautiful. It's a twin chapel church. So there was one there's a I don't know, I think one side of it's like a Catholic side, and the other side is like, any denomination basically, and it's just really beautiful. If I think about it, I might stick a photo on the end of this. Think about it. If I think about it, it's a whole other thing. So I don't know what else I was going to tell you today, to be fair. Monday I'm working. I've got to go over to one of our sites. Some of our staff, their printer has died, so they have they have a printer in the office, but they have a portable printer because they go out and about, and their printer has died. So both of them have had death to their printer. I think it's a conspiracy, really. So they just wanted a new a new printer. So anyway, I've ordered a printer each for them, and I've got to go and pick it up. So I'll go and pick that up on the way into work tomorrow and go and install it on their computers. Actually, one of them is self-isolating because she got notified that she'd been in contact with somebody who may or may not have had COVID. So She's now self-isolating, so I've got to go to her home and install a printer, which will be interesting socially distanced, trying to type on a computer, won't it? That's a tuck. Do I want that on there? I quite like that, you know. I like the randomness of that. Yeah, I'm going to stick that on there, and like some of you will be thinking, what? It's a modern sticker. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't care. I want it to I want this journal to look a bit random, to get gathered bits, junky, basically. Something really smells today. So, like, not bad. I don't mean it smells perfumey, but I don't. No, it might be me. I've got aftershave on, and this is freshly out of the washing machine. So, well, I haven't tumble dry really, but like it has been freshly washed. So, it might be the fabric softener that I can smell. Oh, there you go. You checked in for some random conversation, didn't you? And if you didn't, I don't know what you're doing here. So I'm just going to press that down. There you go, Christina. That label came in really useful. I've used the wallpaper and the label. So the other thing I liked that you sent was this. I'm going to wear this. Try me. Try me, you might like me. That was the other thing I was going to tell you. I had a date just before lockdown. Okay, so met this guy. He was really nice, you know. He's a nice guy and everything. I'm not sure that I'm convinced about like why he wants to. He says he'd like to see me again, and that's really nice. But then he had to. I don't know whether he was being funny, but like he said, I'd like to see you. You know, any port in a storm. I'm like, what? What? Why? That makes me sound like I'm, you know, I'll do. But anyway, I've challenged him on it, and he's, you know, he said, "Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I was trying to be funny," and like, yeah. Anyway, so I have the measure of him. So, yeah. I might see him again. I don't know. He lives a long way away, so not a long way away. Relatively to in the UK, there's not many places that are a long way away, as it were. Not compared to America, I guess. So, I like that bit there. I was gonna. Where shall I have this? There are bits that I pick up and I think, oh, I really like that, and then I don't know where I'm going to put them. So I'll just. Oh, I could have that there, but I think I might have something else underneath. I might go for a stampy image. A stampy image. Let's get stampy. So, I'm going to stamp onto some tissue paper like I did last time. Not tissue paper, napkin paper, but the white bit. That's quite an old napkin. I quite like that as well. But no, I said what I was going to do, and I'm going to do it. So, yeah, you know, we'll see how it goes. He seems like well, until that point, he seemed like a nice man, but like, you know, it is what it is. Any port in a storm. Anyway. Do I want to use that because it's got a slight element of something else on it? Oh, I might use that because it's got that. I can see that. So I'm just going to stamp something on here, and I don't know what I might do. I have London. Go for this. So this is a Becca B stamp. Well, it's not one of hers. It's I can't remember who made these. I think these are. I don't know. Can't remember. Becca B will know. So yeah, Becca B. Remember she sent me some things. So this is one of her stamps, and I think I'm going to have. I don't want all of that. I want kind of an element. around a leafy thing like that. Let's see what it looks like anyway. So so yes, what was I saying? Yeah, so I don't know who makes this stamp. I think I have a feeling that it's Tim Holtz one, but don't quote me. I'm kind of using it as a background element. I know it's London, but like I'm not using it because it's London. Interesting spelling of city, the Cittie of London. So is that how they used to spell it? I know that I come from Coventry, and Coventry used to be TRE at the end and not TRY, and that's because I think it might have been double E originally, because Coventry is, the name derives from Cofa's tree. So it was a tree owned by Cofa, and it's a settlement grew up around it, I guess, and that's where it all came from. So yeah, I like names of places and why they're called what they're called. I live in Batley, which apparently is to do with bats. It's like I can't remember what it is. Batley actually means something. So a Lee is something, and I don't know whether it's a hill or a mound but it's to do with bats. There are a lot of bats around here, to be fair. So so yeah, Batley. Now you know. You heard it here first. Well, you probably didn't hear it first, but like you're thinking, I wish I hadn't heard it now. So I'm not worried about ripping bits of it off, because I kind of I'm probably not going to use all of this anyway. So do I want to go for what do I want? Should I have that? Where's the other bit? So I have that like that, or maybe like that. Yeah, I'm going to rip the corner off though and make it a bit more organic. Stop saying that, Dave. So yeah, I think I'm going to have that on there. Okay, so I'm going to use this. Shall I use this, or shall I use some of my watered down Mod Podge? Well, I would if I knew where the bloody hell it was. Sorry for swearing. It was a Freudian slip. So where's me? Oh, I don't know where it is. I would use it if I could find it. Is it in here? Oh, hang on. That's it. Found it. Panic over. Found it. So I can actually. So yes, you're right. I can. So the elections are over in America now, aren't they? Apparently there is a winner, a defined winner. Without being too political and expressing my political opinion, because it's not my country and it's not my place to say, but personally I'm glad it wasn't Trump. But like I say, I don't like being political. We can all learn to live together, and that's what we need to do. We need to learn to live together, because nobody's going anywhere. So yes. So there we go. Pop that on there. Shall I stick that down with the same stuff? Might do actually. Now it's out, so it just needs to be a bit more up here. And get some on here. I don't like this kind of a cut edge. I'm just going to rip this a bit. Just move it up so that I don't have to cut so much off. Just a tad more up the top there. So yeah, so I don't know much about American politics, to be fair. I know what I like. That's all I know, and that's all that matters, isn't it? So, and it's not my election to vote in, so don't know. Do I want to have an element of something on here? I liked that because it kind of picked up that brown, and I don't know whether I want something that kind of picks up that, but I don't know whether that's too big. Do you know when, like, you kind of know you want something, but you don't know what it is that you want? It's basically life. Oh, I quite like that. This is another one that Christina sent me, so I like that. I don't know what it is. This in the corner. Oh yes, I like that. I think I'm going to have that on it. So I guess it's a 3-ply napkin. We'll soon find out, won't we? Yeah. I'm, apologies if I've expressed my opinion and you're not happy, but it is what it is. Oh, it's 2-ply. That's why I can't get the other part off, because it's only 2-ply. So, right, let's just pull that apart. Right, cool. Okay, sorry, I was just concentrating on doing that, and then I still haven't done a very good job of it. So, I'm looking forward to going to see my mum. So hopefully, when lockdown's over, it's my mum's birthday Friday, just gone, 6th of November. She was 87. I sent her a present. I'd collaborated with my friend Brian to make her a nice journal. So we made her like a yellow and green journal. I've got a little video of it. I might pop that on my YouTube so you can all see what we did. But it was, I don't know what I want now. Do I want that completely over there? Just bear with me while I have a think about this, won't you? I might have this. Okay. So we collaborated on making this journal. So I made like some of the bits to go in it, and he made the journal itself, because it's a fabric journal, and that's what he does. He's more fabric orientated. Sent it to her with a card and everything, and she was like really chuffed because she had something on her birthday. Because I guess in lockdown it's gonna all be a bit different. Although to be fair, my mum says it's just another day when you get to her age. But you've got to celebrate your birthdays. It's a celebration of another year. So she's having a bathroom done at the moment. So. Because we've all gone on at her for a while, because the flat that she lives in has got a bath with a really high side to it, so like stepping into it to have a shower was kind of worrying me a bit. I really like that, but I don't know whether it's too much. Oh Dave, forget about it. Let's put this on. So we've been going on about it for a while. She said that she didn't want to spend the kids' inheritance, so we told her to spend it because we'd rather her live safely. So she's now had, my nephew's a plumber, so he's been fitting her new bathroom. So she's had a few delays because obviously with COVID and everything, things have been delayed about arriving and parts not coming, and something came and they hadn't sent one of the parts, and so they weren't able to install something. Anyway, from the pictures that she sent, it looks really nice. So she's quite contemporary as my mother. She likes modern stuff. So yeah, so it looks really nice. Might have a bit of that up the top there. Where's that bit of tissue gone that I've just taken off? Oh, Dave, where's the tissue? You've just peeled a piece of tissue apart and put it somewhere, and now it has gone. Vamoose! It's gone. Oh, it's all right. Found it. It's the other side of the sewing machine. It's the other side of the sewing machine. I might have some of this coming in from the top. Yeah. So yeah. She last lockdown she made me laugh because she was told basically she shouldn't go out and all of that and shielding and get somebody else to go to the supermarket, etc. So my mum's a driver and she likes driving, so she was going out after dark to have a drive so that nobody caught her. She doesn't like driving in the dark though, to be fair. She was only doing it because there's something to do, I guess. She got terribly lonely, but we do, don't we? But you know, let's be here for each other. If you're getting lonely, I get lonely, I'm here for you. So that's why I really appreciate it when people leave comments, because yeah, I like that there. Kind of makes you feel less alone, doesn't it, I guess? It makes me feel less alone anyway. So I think I want, because that kind of ends there, and I kind of just want to stop doing that. Put your brush over the other things. Put it down when you're doing stuff. Put that there. And then just pasting it in. I love the way it just the white just melts away. This is a beautiful napkin. Thank you very much, Christina, sorry. Not Christine, sorry. I work with somebody called Christine, and I've called her Christina, and she's like giving me a dirty look, so like, it's getting your names mixed up. Although, to be fair, I often get called Brian, so, because my best friend is Brian, and we get, it's like, you know, you can transition your name between each person, so. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'll shut up, shall I? Well, no, it'd be a really boring video if I did shut up. I'm just going to cut this bit off. I could tear it, but the envelope's got quite wet now, so I don't want to tear the envelope. And again, this bit off here. Trying not to cut the end of the envelope, which is always a good start. Let's flip that off a bit. Not quite stuck on that edge. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe it has stuck. Maybe it just needs a bit more dabbing down, and then we just need to cut this bit off. Oh no, there you go. That's tearing off nicely. Tear that bit off there. Okay. So you see how the stamp didn't become anything really. It's kind of just there in the background, and this is the element of this napkin where it's the second layer. It's kind of got that bleed through, and I just like that sometimes. Kept that stamp where it is. Okay, it's a bit wet. I might just give it a go over with my heat gun. So what's coming up? So it was my sister's birthday on the 4th of November. My mum's birthday on the 6th. Bonfire night on the 5th. What else is coming up? I think it would have been my mum's wedding anniversary at the end of the month, but I can't remember what date. I think it might have been the 30th of November. Obviously my dad's passed away now, so it's not that she celebrates it. So it's been dead now 21 years. So I'm starting to shrink that, so I need to be careful, because that's that plastic window and we don't want it to go crinkly shrinkly. What I might do is pop something in there while I dry it. Piece of card would be good. Find a piece of card, Dave. Stick that in there. I might double that piece of card. screws on. Go over the back. I'm just trying to stop the plastic from shrinking, from the plastic window. Yeah, that's dry now. That's fine. The front is still a bit. It's a little bit wet, but I'm maybe put that over there while I dry that bit. And then it's Christmas. It'll soon be Christmas. I'm really sorry to say that. It'll soon be Christmas. It doesn't affect me greatly though, because I don't do a massive thing on the run up to Christmas. I don't make Christmas cards or anything like that. I know some of you do, and kudos to you for doing it. But I wouldn't put myself under that kind of pressure. Not very good under pressure. I don't work very well under pressure. Even in my working environment, I don't work very well under pressure. So I think it's fantastic if you can work under pressure and achieve great results, but I'm not one of those people. So knowing I've got a deadline for something is always difficult. That's why I'll sell what I've made. I won't make to sell, if you know what I mean. If somebody said I want this and I need it for this date, that doesn't work well with me. Because it's too much. It puts me under pressure. I need something else that's quite substantial, like that flower was. Maybe this. Got a bit excited there. Oh, I might have them. Oh, I do like that. Yeah, let's get that off. It's another one of my Xyron sheets. Well, Xyroned sheets. One that I've Xyroned. So, I really like that. Just turn it down so it's easier to do. Where do I want that? I don't know. I really like it, but I don't know what I want to do. I think I want to do it like that, or shall I do it like that and avoid the crease? Oh, I'm going to do it like that. Okay, so I'm just going to tear it out first anyway. I can always change my mind later, can't I? It's my prerogative. Blimey, I've talked about it a lot today. I can tell I've talked a lot because I'm really dry. I'm just going to have a drink. So I can't have too much to drink while I'm on camera, because then I need a wee. Which is bad because I'm mic'd up and I can't go, and I don't like having to edit videos back together. Although I might edit it, because I did say I was going to show you a picture of something. I can't remember what. Oh, the cemetery where I go, the church more to the point. The cemetery where I go for a walk with the dog. It's on a hill as well. You get a really beautiful panoramic view of Batley. And I think it's beautiful. So it's lovely and serene as well, walking in the cemetery. It's just so calming. It's a really good job, really, isn't it? Because you don't want a cemetery full of life. It's just a nice place. And like I say, it's old. Some of I think it dates back to 1847. Something like that. I know that Fox's family are buried there, so I don't mean foxes as in the furry ones. I mean foxes as in people. The Foxes are people who develop Fox's biscuits, which are a big brand of biscuits in the UK. And when I'm talking biscuits in America, that you would call them cookies. They're like sweet biscuits is what I mean. So. Because we're back onto that thing of things being called different things in different countries. So yeah, the Fox's Biscuits are big here. They're still here, the Fox's Biscuit Factory. The only sad thing is, a long time ago they went from being a family-owned business to being in the hands of a company called Two Sisters, and then now they've just been bought out by Ferrero, the people that make the Ferrero Rocher. Frankly, my dear, I think you're spoiling us. No, Mr. Ambassador, I think you are spoiling us. It's not quite like that. So do you know, sometimes, you know, when you said some things, you just think, Dave, shut up. Like, you probably think Dave shut up a lot, but like, no, I mean, when you say things out loud and you just think, it sounded so much better in your head and you wished it stayed there. I really don't know how to have that. I think if I have it, so maybe blocking a bit off. So if I cut it there, that's how it would look. And obviously that bit there. Or if I go there and cut that bit off. Oh, I'm going to go like that. I could be here all day otherwise, couldn't I? Just trying to figure out where I'm going to have the blooming mushrooms. Oh, mushrooms. I really fancy mushrooms on toast. Or beans on toast. Or beans and mushrooms on toast. Although I don't think I've got any toast, so I can have beans and mushrooms. I can't have the toast. Well, I mean, I don't. I know you don't buy toast, but you buy bread that you make into toast. But I don't think I'd have any bread, so I think that's off the cards. And it's 5:20 in the afternoon on Sunday, and our shop's shut at. Supermarkets are only open 10 till 4 in the UK. So I know. Some of you are going, what? What? I know. Sunday trading rules. Actually, though, when I first started working in the UK, not in the UK because I've only ever worked in the UK. When I first started working, the UK only had 6-day trading. We couldn't trade on a Sunday. So that's how old I am. I'm going to pop that down. Oh yeah, I like that. Just don't stick it down to the other page, Dave. Don't stick it down. Oh dear. Oh dear. See what I have to live with. So I could put that on there, couldn't I? I could. Some of you are thinking, don't. But, you know, I could. I'm not saying I will. I'm just saying I could. I could put that there and nobody would ever know it wasn't supposed to be there. Except for it covers that other mushroom. But, like, I've stuck it down now and it's one of those, like, I've stuck it down. Is it going to have to stay? No, it's all right. We didn't rip it. It's fine. I could have it down here, though. Could have it down there. Could I have it there? I could have it there. Should I have it there? Oh. I've stuck it now. It's happened. So let's cut this bit off. Cut the edge of that. Oh, the fireworks have started again now. So it's not shootings going on outside. I'll just point out. It's it's fireworks going off because it's. Alexa, what's the date today? So there's one in this room. Why isn't this one in this room gone off? Why is the one in the bedroom gone off? It's Sunday the 8th of November, apparently. Alexa! What's the date today?
It's Sunday the 8th of November.
She likes to be shouted at, this one. I think that's why. Oh, I've woken the dog up because he's on his way up as well. Has he come to say thank you to Auntie Christina? Have you come to say thank you? Are you going to say thank you? Oh, careful, you're kind of knocking everything off. You have to come up here because I don't think she can see you otherwise. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Can you see him? Can you see him? Oh, he's there. He's there. You're a beautiful boy, aren't you? You've been shouting at all of those people setting those fireworks off. You go and shout at them. Good boy. Sorry about that. just seeing to my little boy, making sure that my child is okay, my fur child. So I might have some sellotape on here. I could sellotape and put it round there, couldn't I? I might use some actual sellotape on this one. Sorry, he was tap dancing in the background, if you could hear. It's because the floor in here is a hard floor, and he doesn't get a great grip on it, so it sounds like he's tap dancing all the time. Do I want it there or do I want it there? No, I want it there. So I'm going to put that on there. I'm just going to snip it off a little bit so it hangs over a small amount. Pop that over there. And then I'm just going to tuck it round underneath. There we go. Got a bit of sellotape there. We want a bit on here. Might give it a bit of a more natural edge. So yeah, fireworks going off well and truly now. Okay. Oh, that did sound like a gunshot, that one. I don't know whether you can hear what I can hear, but might pop that on there. Oh, are they upsetting you, Worcester? Naughty people with their fireworks. Naughty people. Don't know where I want this now. Maybe I could line it up with that. It all almost looks seamless. It's never looks seamless. Whenever I try and make something look seamless, I'm going to have to just get my head into shot to do this. So, yeah. So, I think we're coming to the end of. Oh, look, it's hanging off now. Coming to the end of this video. Once he's done that, he can stick that on there and cut that bit off. So it doesn't hang over the edge so much. There we go. There we go. We've got a bit of a sellotapey thing going on there. That bit doesn't want to stay down now. I think it's because it got wet from the moisture from the glue. So I think what I'll do is I'll just go down. It may be the whole thing with a bit of Fabri-Tac. Good old Fabri-Tac. So go down there. Oh no, I just thought they've started setting the fireworks off now, and that means that I've got to take Worcester out in the fog with the fireworks going off. I mean, like I say, he's not upset by fireworks. It just, you know, they're better if you don't have to hear them banging every 5 minutes, isn't it? So if you ever come to the UK and you think, what on earth, what fireworks? What are they setting fireworks off at this time of year for? It's because, you know, I guess it's like our equivalent of Independence Day, isn't it? Going that thing for freedom. So I think I am kind of done. So what we did today was we did this bit, did this bit, and did this bit, and did this bit as well. So there we go. That still doesn't want to fold properly, but it will do after it's been opened and closed a few times. So I'm really chuffed with that. I think we've done a grand job. Still got this to decorate. So that might happen in the next video or the video after that. This is now a tuck pocket, so we're going to have to put things in there. There's lots of tuck spaces in this. I think we've got this bit here. This is a tuck as well. I think in here we've just got envelopes, haven't we? But we need to put things in the envelopes, so there's ephemera to put in the envelopes. I think I want something on there as well. So there's things to put in these envelopes, and then something in there. So we've got a few things to make. We've got to finish that off. We've got things to tuck in here, and in this one, and then I think I'm going to put a tag in that one, and then we've got something to put in there. We've got a pocket here. We've got a pocket here. We've got a pocket here. So I think they're all going to have tags or cards or something in. We've got one here. Then we've got all of these that are all pockets. Then we've got to fill this. We've got this. We've got this. We've got this. And this is the only thing with something in at the minute. So there we go. We've got a lot to do. That's why I think 3 more will actually kind of cover it. I think the last one I'll be kind of working on the outside. So anyway, that's it. We're done. We're done for today. So I hope you've had a lovely, time with me and kind of entertained you for a few minutes. I don't think I've shut up today. So I'm going to go and spend maybe an hour not talking. I do live on my own, so not talking to myself is probably a good thing. So I'm just going to have a tidy up as well, because sometimes I leave my desk in such a mess. It's always better, just as a little final tip, to say, leave your desk in fairly tidy, because it's less likely to put you off. It's less likely to stifle your creativity, because you kind of think, oh, well, go and do that, and then you go to do it, and your desk is a mess. And then you've tidied up, and you kind of forget what you wanted to do and where you wanted to go with something. So give it a bit of a tidy up. There's that other old label that I've peeled off that thing that Christina gave me. So yeah, just have a bit of a tidy up. That's what I would say. And we're going to do ephemera next week. So you all take care. I might do a video during the week because I'm having Fridays off from now on. Sorry, the dog started barking now. I'm having Fridays off from now on for 3 weeks, so I might do one on that day. I'm not promising, but I will see you all very soon. I wish you a very nice day, evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time it is with you. I'm going to say the same thing again as always. Spread the word of kindness. We all have the power to spread kindness in the world, and don't do yourself an injustice by lowering yourself to other people's standards. So spread the love, spread the kindness, spread kindness through crafting. Get some diversity brought into the crafting world. We need more men. We need more, ethnic minorities. We need so much more diversity in the craft world than we currently have. Worcester needs to start crafting. Worcester's here again. He's making his own mess, put it that way. So you all take care of yourself. I love you. Until you give me a reason not to, as I have always said. You take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon. So remember, mwah, 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 lots of love, lots of kisses. Worcester's giving you a hug and a lick, and he's tap dancing at the same time. And I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye. This was Dash of Dave. Bye. Worcester's coming to shot for the last. Bye. Say bye, Worcester. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye from us both. You good boy. Okay. No, you can't use that. That's a side kick. You can't turn the handle on that.